Tim Moore here with TLC Floor Care and Pressure Washing. And have you ever wondered just how hot the water coming out of your hose can actually be? Well, every year kids get very hurt and burned by turning on the hose pipe, especially if it has a nozzle on it, and spraying to cool off. But what they don't realize is that water sitting in there, sitting on in the sun, can actually be extremely hot. So I was fascinated at how hot it could get, so we're going to find out. I got me a trusty dusty little infrared thermometer. Well, it's probably not that accurate, but it's accurate enough. So let's see if we can tell. It is, the bucket itself is about 79, 80 degrees in the sun. Let's see what the temperature outside is. Let's see. According to this, the temperature outside is, in Murfreesboro, is 89 degrees. So, 80, I don't know if you can see that, but it's 80, it says 89 degrees. So about 90 degrees out here. Let's see if we can tell how hot. Now this is saying that the hose, the outside of the hose is about 100, oh it's hot, it's about 125 or 23 to 125 degrees. Let's see how much the water coming out ends up being. So we're gonna turn it on. Hasn't been ran. Takes a second. There's some water. 119 degrees. 118, 117, 116. That's what it feels like. Yeah, that sucker's hot. Crap. 114. So it's definitely not as hot as the outside sheeting, because the outside sheeting, as the water's cool, it was at 120 something. Now it's cooling off because cold water is beginning to come in. 106. But see how long it took for that water to drop down? It's still at 92. It's now warm, but that first bit of water was at a much higher temperature, and that's where people get burned when they first spray the water, and that's what burns kids. So whenever you're running your water, you definitely want to give it a few seconds, run it for a few seconds, let it cool off to household temperature before you spray your dog. You know, if you're about to bathe your dog, it's great for bath water for the dog, because that first bit's nice and warm and then it cools it off. But you don't want to put it on top of the dog if it's been sitting for any length of time, because this will heat up really quick inside that hose. And when it has a nozzle on it, it heats up even faster because it has no place for that warm water to escape any heat that's built up. It can, without it, it'll escape a little bit. Still going to be hotter than all get out, but it'll escape a little bit. When it's capped, it's going to heat up and cause a huge thermal reaction of heat. So anyway, that's kind of fascinating. I just wanted to know what it was and what it comes out, and now we know. Tim Moore, TLC Pressure Washing.